Hey y'all, my name is Denisa and this is Budget with Nissa. If you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for staying with me. On this channel, we discuss all things budgeting and becoming debt free. So look out for monthly budget setups and debt updates, bi-weekly check-ins with cash stuffings, weekly decorative planner setups because I love it so much, of course, and so much more. So if these are things you'd be interested in, please don't hesitate to leave me a comment down below. Hit the like button, and if you like, of course, you can subscribe to my channel. It would be so very much appreciated. So let's get ready for the video. Let's go. Alright guys, so welcome back. So in this video I'm bringing to you, I want to do a couple of things. I want to do a bi-weekly check-in, which is the last 2 weeks of February. Within that, I'll be checking to see where my binders are in terms of cash and the balances that we are moving forward to March, okay, before we get set ready for March. So this is what we want to do in this video. So if you're interested in seeing how I budget and how I check my finances at the end of the month, please, of course, hit the like button and stay tuned for the rest of the video. All right, so let's go. All right guys, so let's go. So I did some prep before, a little more this time, and I would have set up the 2 weeks. So we were dealing with we ended on the 13th of the last video. In my last video, we ended on the 13th of February. And then, so now I'm doing for you the 14th straight to the 27th. From the 14th, I already put in the amounts, the expenses, the days I had no spend and all that, right? So let's go through. So on the 14th, I had a no spend. On the 15th, I put in gas. I also bought some coffee. I had a no spend on Wednesday as well. And then on Thursday, I was on my day off with my side hustle, and I bought some stationery, Pennywise, which is our local store that we get all our toiletries from. So I've made a purchase on that day. Also, some charity, I just recording it, where we give $2 out of the funds, just the account, so I mentioned it. And the 18th was also a no spend, but I would have worked as usual, you know. A no spend on Saturday. So Friday was a no spend, Saturday was a no spend. But on Sunday, however, I made some groceries, which is market for me. Also, I got paid my side hustle funds, which was a little late in coming, but see what? So I made $300 on that day, right? So let's get into it. So that will be the 14th to the 20th, which I already written down here. So the 14th to the 20th, and this is what would have happened. So I already put in the information. You see, guys, I separated it this time. All right, so we didn't want to have a repeat of last period. So in gas and fuel, I would have put in. I spent $200. Sorry. So $200 was spent, and in my binder I will have a balance of $6. I'll try to do this as fast as possible. We don't want a long video. $200 spent in gas, we live in a balance of $6, $15. No, then in market we spent $40 on the 20th, so $40 was supposed to be balanced. Then on the toiletries, we spent $120, so $112 supposed to be would have been in the envelope. And then then we spend it instead at $625. And just know that any change you see here, it goes automatically in my coins envelope, or I will transfer it out to the thing. But I'll do that when I finish this, right? So we'll deal with that change. Right? So $6 balance, and then charity $24, $2 was used, and 22 is balanced. Right, so we're going over into the 21st. Wait a minute, can you see these guys? Let me just make sure. Right? Okay, so the 21st is 7th. Right, so let's get back into it. So that's it for this. So this binder is completely empty, except for the toiletries, which I put back $70. Right, so everything has been cleared from here. Right, so in closing, with the cash binder, all these balances that it has remained will be sent to, and I'll take, as I put the note, that is 22 will be sent to savings challenges, 70 will go to, balance will go back into the envelope, which is what I did. Right, so hopefully next month, March, I'll be a little better with this. Right, still trying to stay ahead of it. Right, so this was my spending for the 14th to the 20th, and then the 21st to the 27th, to close out the month of February, where spending in the binders are concerned. Right, so let's move on quick and fast. As you can see, let me just check up the no spends I had for these 2 weeks past. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 no spends. So 6 for this period. I had 6 no spends. Just want to take a note of them. Start to take a note of it. Right? And then for this one before, I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just about the same. This one less. So 5 no spends. So technically, not technical, but it was an improvement just by 1 day, and that's okay with me. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Taking anything. So in these 2 periods, this is what my calendar looked like for February month. Right? And I will try to do better. My bills are paid, and we have an idea of how the money went for this month, at least where the cash in my binder is concerned. Some of these also came out of my sinking funds binder. What I want to show you guys is, right, so this and this is wrapped up. Where that is concerned, I want to show you firstly the my cash expenses. So what I did was, let me show you this. So I now have my cash. I paid, well, you know, I always had the expense tracker, so I wanted to do the online tracking separate from the normal day-to-day cash expenses, right? So I will have an idea of how much I spent on my card and how much I need to put back on the account, to redeposit on the account, and how much I spend in cash, and have it separate. right? And what I did so far. This planner accessories that I purchased on the 31st of January. It was recorded in 30th, not the 30th, 31st, 30th of January, but it was recorded into this month's budget, right? That has already been redeposited into the account. Also, this amount here that was $60, basically, because nobody's counting 3 cents, and also this amount was transferred back to my account. So this balance, the amount spent on the card will be less 1, 2, 3, right? So let's work out what that is. 592 or 593. Let's to be exact, it's 592.75. So total spent on card was $592.75, right? And that amount will be redeposited to the account in part, so right? So let's see how we go, right? So that is the amount on the card. Like I said, the other amounts that you see, let me highlight one time so you get the gist of what I'm talking about. So this amount went back to the account, this amount went back to the account, and this amount went back to the account, right? So the balances is what I put out there, right? So that is for the online tracker, cash transactions tracker. And then we have this one. So this is just for me to tally how much was spent for the month of February in cash, and let's go. So you see I have my trusty highlighters here. All right, so alright, so let's see what was spent here. The gas, we had 194 plus 200, $394. 394 was spent. Unbudgeted was 400. Alright, so we still staying under budget. Groceries, this is 15, but this is 15 plus this 30 amount, which is $45. Is it? Let's just take an out of groceries money. So let's say 40 and 45, 40 and 15. 55. 80 was budgeted. Eating out. How much we using eating out? See, $7. 7 plus 15 plus 10 plus 25 plus 20. $77. Guys, this is ridiculous. Eating out 77, and budgeted I think was just 30. I had $30, so this is ridiculous. Over budget on eating out. I have to curb that, right? And then we have toiletries. 128 was spent, right? And we budgeted how much for that? How much of toiletries was budgeted? 240 we had in the envelope, because my toiletries roll over. Spending $23.75 to be exact. Budgeted $30. Yeah. Giving $2 to spend $10, but 24 was in the envelope, right? So from this I could see the problem immediately. Food that eating out has to stop, has to curb, and we'll see how I will have to try to work on that, right? And that is it for this part of the video, guys. Right, so I have an idea now of how the money was spent, how the money moving. So I'm liking it. I adopted this this way from two persons, Budget Mom and also the Budget Mom and Pinky Cloth Life, if that's how you say her name, Tina from Pinky Cloth Life. So this seems practical for me, right? So now I can see, watch my budget and see where you spending things, if the budget is making sense. And so far gas is, I've never went over or I never went over on gas. I always have the right amount. Groceries, I was telling you all in the last video that groceries is a tricky one because sometimes I use it for the particular thing, but then sometimes it is spent outside of that. So I'll have to see how that goes. Eating out is still gonna get less. I'm not gonna put more money because I think it's trivial. I could make, it's just laziness on my part sometimes. So I don't want to put any more in eating out. Toiletries is going good so far. Spending the same, giving, do a little more giving, right? So that's it for this part of the video.